Hello, Culture Matters podcast. We're back again with another culture content. Before I introduce the topic, here's a quote just for this episode. Every man takes the limit. Of course, I get a pop up as I'm reading this. Every man takes the limits of his own field of vision for the limits of the world. Arthur Schopenhauer, Studies in Pessimism. Every man takes the limits of his own field of vision for the limits of the world. Today's topic is how to keep a healthy mindset. I want to fixate on the word keep. Keep. How to keep a healthy mindset. What if we don't actually keep it? There's an inner contradiction in this statement as a consequence of the word chosen keep. Keep is a verb or in the verb sense have or retain possession of. Retaining possession of a healthy mindset. Cause to continue in a specified condition. Continue to be. We're keeping a healthy mind set. The 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 paradox is that we actually don't keep it. Like keep infers well having retained, right? But there, I think there's a letting go, or there's a working through, or there's a it's almost like the door is it's opening and closing, opening and closing, opening and closing. A vision, visualize an opening and a closing, an opening and a closing. A healthy mindset, or what's perceived as a healthy mindset, can actually manifest itself unhealthily in the world. I'm the one that believes of myself, that perceives of myself that I have the healthy mindset and my counterpart does not, when in actuality, it is my mindset that is at fault and not theirs. And that tribalistic human behavior is very naturally producing, naturally manifesting. When we have these conversations around mindset, when these conversations are had around mindset, often what's implicit in the concept of mindset is the setting piece. It's there's a closeness or a closing off or a locking in, an ironic unhearing. You know, I'm the one with the positive mental attitude, yet I'm how can I have a positive, how can I posture as having a healthy mindset or a positive mental attitude when I am unable in the real world to burden the conflicts of my enemy or burden the conflicts of those I deem unhealthy or negative? And that's one of the great ironies of those that prescribe healthy mindsets or positive mental attitudes is that they, in real time, reveal their inability to burden negativity, work through negativity. If like if I could talk about positive mindset or positivity, and I can talk about the importance of having a healthy mindset, but the health of my mind will be revealed in how I relate to negativity. That is what I am attempting to convey in this conversation is that the how to keep a healthy mindset, it's not kept in the sense that it's not retained, it's not rigid, it's fluid and it's recip reciprocal, it's interactive, it's 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 an opening and a closing. It's how to keep a healthy mindset. healthy, the health of a mindset will be revealed in how the individual relates to the world, relates to those relating to them. One of the ironies of the positive mindset community is it's so negative, in its behaviorism, it can't relate to negativity. There's no exorcism. There's a um, there's a there's no exorcism. There's no synthesis. There's no processing power. There's just alienating and closing off. And, there's no, that it can easily manifest into the absence of courage, into a form of cowardice, into a form of silo, into a closed system. There's for an open system to stay open, there has to be the courage to meet the adversary in battle and to fight. And part of the fight is to show up to the battle, to have a sword, to to wield it. Like, avoiding the negative people is an abdication of the responsibility of those that deem themselves positive. Avoiding the negative is an abdication of the responsibility necessary in real time to reveal positivity. Because it's not, it's fluid. It's not positive or negative. It's an interaction. It's a relation. It's a relationship. Keeping a healthy mindset is living between, is living it is living within this contradiction. It's being able to burden this contradiction. It's leaning into the challenge, leaning into the struggle, leaning into and seeing how much weight one can hold on their shoulders. The Nietzsche, and that's why I picked this quote in the beginning today. Every man takes the limits of his own field of vision for the limits of the world. Ah, the value, the authenticity of my healthy mindset will be revealed in how much unhealthy or perceivably unhealthy context I can burden. People, places, things, environments. I want to make this is an important component to this conversation because mindset can easily manifest into lie set, some type of ideology, some type of self-affirmation, obfuscating truth, some totalitarian, some narcissistic manifestation, some self-inversion, some cutting off, some alienating tendency of the human condition. Um, it's and it's like the consequences of having authority and having a power base and having influence over others is like, uh, when we're bad leaders, when we're bad, when we've stopped sacrificing and we're no longer humble, we're in a state of arrogance. It's our misdeeds are paid for not by us, but by our people. They're paid for by the people that follow us. It's our fans and our followers and our students that take the arrows of our transgressions. So it's not us that suffers the consequences. It's our team that suffers the consequences for our transgressions. It's not us. Um, so keep a healthy mindset is to destroy it. It's to constantly destroy one's assumptions and to destroy one's mindset, to continue to renew it. And there are things one can do to renew it on a human level, like travel, education. This is where the reading to think comes in, the writing to develop, and the listening to hear what is unsaid. That those proactive activities un, just voluntarily undermine culture so culture can be rebirthed. And the absence of voluntarily moving into the unknown will catch up to us and force us to move. And it's that forcing that leads to insecurity and deceit, deceit of omission, deceits of commission, lying, bending the truth, not stepping into the truth. So we've got to continue to learn. We've got to travel. We've got to meet new people. We've got to continue to move and sacrifice in an upward progression. The quote that comes to mind is how much truth can a person handle by Nietzsche, which is in closing, I want to say this. This is a quote by Nietzsche, a person's strength of spirit is measured by how much truth they can tolerate, or conversely, how much they need truth to be diluted or falsified. Dilution of truth. Nietzsche might argue that some people need the truth to be presented in a palatable or simplified way, fearing the harsh realities that might challenge their beliefs or values. The one of the consequences of having a or believing one has a healthy mindset in the first place is the inherent reaction of closeness, of which is a relation of unhealthiness, of precipitory cancerous behavior, response, a fight or flight, a survival response, a defensive posture, an unwillingness to hear, to think, to synthesize new information, which is a component of our protective nature to keep us sane and keep us alive, keep us on the path towards our own selfish motives. But there are consequences to this. Explored the concept of truth and its relationship to human strength and resilience. He believed that a person's ability to withstand and grapple with uncomfortable truths is a key indicator of their character and intellectual fortitude. Falsification of truth. He might suggest that some people actively seek out or create false narratives to avoid confronting the truth, even if it means living in a world of illusion. That's a component of our innate psychology, and this positive psychology movement, this positive mental attitude movement, is ironically negative in its underbelly. It is a negative movement. It is a congealment of negativity into an ironic backwardsness of self-proclaimed positivity. And one must be very careful of this. That's my view of it. And so, in closing, how to keep a healthy mindset is to destroy it continuously. The snake that cannot cast its skin, ceases to be. It's a snake in the mind that cannot unlearn or um, self-renew, ceases to be mind. Share this with someone that thinks they're more positive than they are in reality. We will see you next time on the Culture Matters podcast.